Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle Melville Kashan. I'm the Community Development Coordinator at Sexual Health Alliance, and we are preparing for our event happening in August, Keeping the Spark Alive. So, this workshop is going to focus on sexuality and couples, and you're going to hear some of the latest research in couples and sexuality. So, today I'm with Dr. Jessica Maxwell. Dr. Jessica Maxwell is an assistant professor in social psychology at McMaster University. She studies how couples can best maximize their relationship well being and sexual well being, focusing on the role of their sexual mindsets. So, welcome, Dr. Jessica Maxwell. Anything else you'd like to add about yourself?
Thanks so much for having me. I mean, I think you covered really the highlights here. I'm really passionate about trying to give couples concrete tips to make their relationship better. And I've done a lot of different work like in my past, including fun things like attraction and speed dating and things like that. But what I'm really excited to talk about with you is the work I've been doing on how couples can keep that sexual spark alive. And I really tend to look at how individuals think about sex. So it doesn't sound sexy, but I promise it is. And you'll get to hear more about some of the work I've been doing on sexual mindsets as well.
Yes, I love that so much. And that brings me to my next point. The topic of your talk title for this event is Beliefs in the Bedroom and Beyond. So, can you tell us a little bit more about what you're going to be talking about at the event?
Yeah, so I kind of like to frame it that way so that I can cover a lot of different beliefs that I think have a bearing on our sex life. So I kind of start by talking a little bit about our beliefs about ourselves, so things like our body image, then our beliefs about the world, so how political beliefs might shape what happens in the bedroom. And then I kind of finish off with this idea of sexual mindset. And so this boils down to, do you think that natural sexual compatibility is something that just happens between partners and that's sort of going to guarantee a good sex life? Or do you have this more pragmatic view about sex, more that you really need to work hard at it? Kind of this idea that you can grow to improve your sex life. So that's kind of the broad overview of what I'll be covering in my talk.
Yes, that sounds so fascinating. We're so excited to have you at this event. So, for anybody watching today, what is one tip that you would give to couples on how to keep the spark alive?
Hard to boil it down to just one tip. And I would say attend my talk and you'll find out a lot more. But the one tip I like to give people, again, it doesn't sound that sexy, but I think just remembering to have a bit of a pragmatic view towards sex and remember that sex takes work and effort. We don't like to think of it always like that, but that's my number one tip. And you'll see in my talk that couples who put in that effort in the bedroom are ultimately more satisfied. So my number one takeaway tip, just reframe your thinking a little bit around sexual satisfaction.
Yes, I love that so much. And as somebody who's been married for like 12 years, I understand it does. Like you think like, oh, it's all going to be spontaneous and like
Yeah.
sudden. And then you realize shortly after that, after you're in a relationship for a while, like, no, it does take planning and it takes effort. And I think that's the key to success.
Exactly. And I'm so glad you said that too, because one thing I always think of is that we are so ready to put an effort into like divvying up chores in our relationship. And we think that we have to work on communication, but it feels like with sex, people just think it should happen naturally. So definitely something for us to kind of unpack.
Yes, I love that so much. So our event is taking place in August 2024. So we're recording this in July. So it's next month already. It's an online event so people can attend from all over the world. It's open to anybody who's interested in this topic. So it could be sex therapists, educators, coaches, counselors, also other professions like physical therapists, gynecologists, physicians, anybody who is interested in the topic of couples and sexuality. So if you're interested in this event, you can get tickets online at sexualhealthalliance.com, and we will have the link below in the description. And Dr. Jessica Maxwell, where can people find you if they want to learn more about you?
They can find me on X. I still call it Twitter at Jess_A_Maxwell, or I'm on Instagram at Maxwell.psych.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We're looking forward to the event.
Can't wait. Thanks so much.
Thanks.